You already know what this video is about, so let's jump right into it. In this video, I'm going to talk about Huel Ready-to-Drink. Is it worth it or not? I'm going to be honest right away, right in the beginning of this video. In some ways, I think yes, but in other ways, I think no.
Oh, hi, Mark.
What's up, Freccero fam? Welcome back to my channel, where I like to experience everything that life has to offer. As most of you know, I'm a huge fan of Huel. I've done a bunch of videos about Huel, and one Huel product I have been asked about a lot is Huel Ready-to-Drink. I have to be honest, I've not tried this yet, and in addition, I bought this with my own money. This video is not sponsored by Huel in any way. This is my completely honest and transparent review about Huel Ready-to-Drink. Because in some ways, like I said in the intro, in some ways, I think there are some benefits to it. In other ways, I gotta be honest, I don't really know if it's worth it or not. So that being said, let's get into the specifics. First off, what exactly is Huel Ready-to-Drink? Pretty self-explanatory based off the name of it. Huel Ready-to-Drink is a pre-packaged Huel formula. So as opposed to having the powder and water, combining it in like say a blender cup and shaking it up and everything, you just grab a bottle, drink it, that's it. Just as if you're drinking any other drink like a Gatorade or protein shake or whatever, it's already pre-packaged and ready to go. So let's say if you are going to work, if you're going out, if let's say you just wake up in the morning, you just grab it, drink it, and that's a meal right there. With that being said, now let's get into the logistics of Huel Ready-to-Drink. This is the strawberry flavor. Here are the flavors of Huel Ready-to-Drink. We have chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, cinnamon roll. You can get the variety box to try a bunch of them if you want. Salted caramel, berry, banana, and iced coffee caramel. And like I said, I've actually not tried this yet, so I will be trying this live on camera to let you know if it's good or bad based off the taste. And I'm very honest. Fun fact about me, strawberry is one of my favorite flavors of anything in general. So I'm hoping it tastes good, but we'll see. We'll get there. Now let's talk about the nutritional facts. This to me is actually the biggest thing when it comes to Huel in general. Now you can see right here, there's 2 servings per container. I don't like that it says that. In my mind, there's really one. One container is 1 bottle, as you can see, and it's 400 calories. I feel like for most people, if you're gonna have Huel, especially as a meal replacement, which is what most people use it for, you should have 400 calories, unless you wanna have it as a snack. So I don't kind of like that it says 2 servings per container. I think that's a bit misleading. In my mind, 1 bottle, or this bottle right here, is 1 serving. This is 1 meal, boom, right there. Now looking into the nitty gritty, you can see we have about 41 grams of carbs, 5 grams of sugar, and 22 grams of protein. The Huel Ready-to-Drink formula is based off Huel Original and Huel White. I'm Huel Black over Huel White all the way. I've not bought Huel White in years. Literally years. I only buy Huel Black. However, with that being said, come here. Little insider secret. A little birdie told me there might potentially be a Huel Ready-to-Drink Black formula coming out maybe at some point. I did see this from someone I know in the industry. They showed me the picture of them trying it, and I remember being like, wait, that's unreleased. That's Huel Black Ready-to-Drink. That's unreleased. And they're like, oh, well, I don't even know. Tastes really good. That is something I will talk about a bit later in this video. So I'm not entirely sure if it will be released or when it will be released at all. That's definitely a whole other video for the future. We'll see what happens. Because being honest, based off these nutritional facts, not the biggest fan. I mean, like I said, I like Huel Black, which has less carbs, more protein. 22 grams of protein I feel like is a bit low, at least to me. 400 grams of carbs is a bit high, right? So I want to say that. In addition, when it comes to the ingredients in the micronutrient blend, bunch of amazing stuff in this, right? So I want to say that when it comes to Huel Ready-to-Drink, just as we know when it comes to the Huel powder, it is a nutritionally complete meal, meaning I can drink this, and that's my meal right there. As opposed to me waking up in the morning and having breakfast, I have Huel. As opposed to, like, say, me going out and buying something for lunch at work, I have Huel. That is what I love about Huel. I've done a bajillion videos about it, and this, to me, screams convenience. In the sense that I can grab one of these bottles, I have a meal right here. I don't have to stop at a random fast food restaurant or another restaurant. I don't have to spend a ton of money on a meal that might not be that healthy, like say if I'm traveling in the airport, which is something I'll talk about in a second, which is a bit of a con when it comes to this, I will say. But when it comes to Huel, The biggest thing I love about it is, of course, we all need to eat, right? Not anything too surprising or mind-blowing there. And with Huel Ready-to-Drink, you don't have to deal with the hassle of the powder and the water and transporting it, etc., etc. However, with all this being said, talking about the logistics of Huel Ready-to-Drink, let's get into the price. Now, when it comes to buying Huel Ready-to-Drink, you can see right here, if I were to buy a box of the strawberry, it's $53 per box, and I get 12 bottles. Until you click continue. I've talked about this before in other videos. I hate it when companies do this, that it initially says, oh, 53, but you're like, oh yeah, that's the subscription or the subscribe and save option. One-time purchase is $66.50. That means that this bottle, this one meal, is $5.54. Now, in case you didn't know, on the other hand, if I buy Huel Black Powder, which is the main product I buy of Huel, that's pretty much the only thing I really buy typically is the Huel Black Powder. When doing the math out, it equals $3.12 per meal or per serving. So if you think about it, you're spending a few bucks more for this. Is it worth it or not? Now, before I get into the exact nitty-gritty of if I think it's worth it or not, and really going in depth about my personal opinion, let's try it out. If it tastes really, really bad, that affects how we think about it. So, cheers. Ooh, I like it. It has a bit of a slight chalky taste. 6.5. I think 6.5 out of 10. It's not that it tastes bad. There's a slight chalky aftertaste. But if you look compared to the other Huel flavors, at least that I've had, is this the type of thing I'd sip in a martini glass to savor it? No. Although it'd be weird. I can't picture anybody like sipping Huel in a martini glass. But you never know. Maybe there's some Huel mixed cocktails out there. Some mixologists has maybe thought of that. I don't know. Anyway, I might raise it to a 7 now that I'm having it and really kind of like thinking about it. Yeah, all right, I'm gonna say 7 out of 10. Okay, 7 out of 10. Is Huel Ready-to-Drink worth it or not? First off, might as well say, like I said, I'm gonna give it, after a lot of thorough analysis, a 7 out of 10 when it comes to flavor. I would definitely buy that again. That being said though, ignoring the flavor, here's what's tricky about Huel Ready-to-Drink. It screams to me convenience. If, let's say, money is not an issue for you, I'd say potentially, because what's convenient about it is being able to grab one bottle and you just go to work. You go off with your life. You don't have to do the hassle of making Huel. However, I understand, like, say, going to McDonald's for a burger, right? I mean, if you think about it, if you want to make a burger at home, you have to have the buns, the lettuce, tomato, the condiments, you have to cook the burger. Like, I get the convenience, of course, of getting a burger. With Huel, though, it is literally, when it comes to making it, taking 2 scoops of powder, putting it in a blender cup with water, shaking it, and drinking it. The convenience of Huel Ready-to-Drink, it's not like Huel's this crazily complicated thing in terms of making it and cooking and preparation. It is super simple to make. So to me, it's like, yeah, maybe it is more convenient. There's no denying that. But is it as convenient as a few dollars more per meal? Well, it depends, right? Let's say for you, you just don't like the hassle of carrying around the Huel bag. And I will say, the Huel bags, I hope they get better at some point. They've stayed the same. They suck. I'm sorry, Huel, but like the powder gets everywhere. They never fully close. It's super annoying. And so I get that when it comes to, like, say, going to work, do you bring the whole bag with you and powder gets everywhere somehow? I can see the kind of hassle where Huel Ready-to-Drink solves that convenience. And in addition, I've said this before in other videos, let's say if you and your coworkers, I remember this happened all the time in Boston when I used to be an accountant. Every day, all my coworkers would go to this one place. I can't remember what it was called. It was really good, by the way. It was right in Copley Square. And there was this one place that would be like $15. It was like the lunch special for like a chicken parm. So good. What's it called? Vega? It might be Vega. I can't remember. And if you think about it, roughly about $5.50 for one Huel Ready-to-Drink, a lot cheaper. It's 3 times cheaper than a meal, like, say, going out and buying it in Boston and pretty much almost anywhere else. So when you compare it that way, I think Huel Ready-to-Drink is an amazing product. That being said, for me, where I get a bit conflicted, where I probably wouldn't buy it again, is when I compare it to Huel Black Powder. I'm getting a lot more bang for my buck when it comes to Huel Black. The fact that I'm only spending $3.12 per serving, I mean, that's super cheap for one really high quality meal. The second thing is the nutritional formula. I like the formula of Huel Black way better than Huel White, and of course, Huel Ready-to-Drink is based off Huel White. However, like I showed you earlier, there might be a Huel Black Ready-to-Drink formula coming out. Maybe my stance would be a bit different. I gotta be honest with Huel Black Ready-to-Drink because I like the formula better of more protein and less carbs. And my friend said it tasted really good. She was like, wow, this tasted amazing. So it seems like Huel Black Ready-to-Drink could be a good formula. Definitely a subject for a future video. However, even still, if this costs about $5.50 for one meal, Huel Black is typically more expensive than Huel White. Does that mean that it's gonna be about $6 per bottle? Which means it's almost double the price of one serving with Huel Black powder. Tough to say, even with that future product potentially coming out. Honestly, I have no timeline or date, or even if that will happen. But overall, I gotta say, I think depending on the person, this can be worth it. You don't mind spending a couple more bucks to not deal with the hassle dealing with the powder. However, there are some benefits with the powder. One, in terms of space, right? I can crumple up that Huel bag, bring it with me anywhere I want. Like say if I'm traveling, if I'm on a road trip, there are 17 servings in a bag, super, super compact, and all I need is water and my blender cup. In addition, which I mentioned a bit earlier, is the airport. I travel a lot, and Huel is one of my favorite kind of airport hacks or flying hacks, because I can bring Huel with me, bring my blender cup, find water, put Huel in, drink it. Boom. Super cheap, convenient, and healthy meal in the airport. However, unfortunately, Huel Ready-to-Drink will not be permitted because it's a liquid. So that is something to keep in mind. That in some cases, I do think Huel Ready-to-Drink can be very convenient. If like you're just going to the office, like so you wake up and you just want to chug something, the portability and the transportation of Huel Ready-to-Drink makes sense. Especially with the fact that you don't need the powder, you don't need a blender bottle, and you don't need water. So let's say if I'm doing real estate, I've used this analogy before. At my old real estate office, there was no microwave, no refrigerator, which I still don't know why. Like, I don't know why they just didn't buy at least one of those. So I remember being like, shoot, what do I bring to work? I worked right by the Boston Commons, so all those restaurants were obnoxiously expensive, and we didn't really have like any good source of water in the real estate office. So Huel Ready-to-Drink would have been perfect for that, right? I grab one bottle every day, bring it to work, saves me a ton of money in the long run. And so overall, like I said, although I think the Huel Ready-to-Drink is a good product, and I can see the convenience, depending upon the person, for me, one, the price. I'm getting way more bang for my buck just getting the Huel powder. Two, the convenience. It's not like I said with that burger analogy before, making a burger is a billion times more complicated than just buying it, right? I can see the convenience, of course, of buying a burger. But making Huel is super quick and super easy. And last, but definitely not least, number three, maybe the biggest one out of them all is the formula, right? When it comes to Huel, when it comes to having a nutritionally complete meal, and if you think about it, replacing a meal, which is what a lot of people do, the formula, in my opinion, is the most important. And the Huel Black powder formula is way better than Huel White and Huel Original when it comes to powders. And in addition to that, the Huel Black powder formula, in my opinion, is way better than the formula of Huel Ready-to-Drink.